The parable of the barren fig tree being in the vineyard does not mean bearing fruit. In Luke chapter 13, Jesus tells of a man who came looking for fruit on a fig tree planted in his vineyard but found none. The first thing we should notice is that this tree was not outside in an open field, it was planted inside the vineyard. In Scripture, the vineyard often represents the people God tends and cares for. Isaiah chapter 5 verse 7 says, "The vineyard of the Lord Almighty is the nation of Israel." So this parable is not aimed first at the world outside, but at those who say they know God and stand in the place of faith. Being in the vineyard is not enough, even if someone stands in a religious place. The real question is whether they are truly growing by the word and bearing the fruit God seeks. So what is this fruit Jesus is looking for? In Luke chapter 8 verse 11, Jesus says that the seed is the word of God. When the seed of the word is planted in good soil and grows, fruit must eventually appear. Fruit, then, is the living change that comes from abiding in the word. Thoughts change, the heart is renewed, words and actions become different, and that life begins to flow to others. Those who are prepared receive the word and begin to plant the seed of life in the hearts of others. Those who are not yet ready first need their soil turned, their stones removed, and their hearts prepared to become good ground. In the end, fruit is not mainly about what we have accomplished, but about whether the Word of God is truly alive and active within us. But this parable does not end with warning alone. The keeper of the vineyard says, "Leave it alone for 1 more year, and I'll dig around it and fertilize it." Here we see God's patience and His desire to restore. He does not cut the tree down at once. He gives it another chance. He loosens the soil, adds what is needed, and waits for fruit. So today this parable calls us to examine ourselves. Am I at peace simply because I am inside the vineyard? Do I have the language and form of faith, yet still lack the fruit of life that grows from the word? Fruit is not a religious performance we force ourselves to produce. It is the natural evidence of receiving the full word, growing by it, and then sharing that life with others. If God is still leaving us in place and touching us again through His word, it is not because He wants to condemn us, but because He desires us to bear fruit. Let us not take that patience lightly, but grow in the word and become people who bear true fruit and share life with others.